Alright, now we are going to look at a different method of doing this. With that method, we manipulated this graph here through the timeline, which is, it's a way to do it, and if that seems easier to you, that's perfectly fine. This is also where you can change like the scale and skew, rotation of things, at each frame. So we will probably be using this a lot later, but we're going to stick to the basics. All right, so we're going to do the same thing, but with a little different method. Okay, so I'm going to create a new layer. Start with that. And I'm going to draw another ball. I've got this layer locked so I don't mess with it. And I'm going to try and keep it the same size. And looky there we go. It's kind of snapped to it. But I want to move this off to the side. Okay, just so that, is it the same size? Yes, it is. Okay, just so that it's easily compared. All right, convert to symbol. I use that in my other test. So I'll just name this one ball 3. You can name it ball 2 or whatever you want. All right, now luckily we already have our frames done. All right, and then of course what we need to do is convert or create a motion tween. Now what it's going to do is I want to do it all the way. So I'm going to make sure I come here and I'm going to create a keyframe and bring this down. Alright, so it should move at the same speed, and boom. Now I can see here on my timeline where there's already another keyframe. So I'm going to insert a keyframe. Okay. Come to this next frame. Oop, let's see. It's not wanting to do it. I think I know why. Back up. There we go. I'm going to come here, insert a keyframe. Come back to frame 1, right click, create motion tween. It's just going to fill up that spot. So I can click on frame 29, drag this down, and it's in line. Do notice that the inner circle, that dark circle, if it's aligned with something, it will be bold. So if you're like trying to bring it down and you come over the side and it's like light, very thin line, then you're off. So bring it back until it's bold. Okay. All right. So then come to this next one, and you're gonna have to start it where your next frame would have been. Okay. So it should be a seamless transition. All right. And then go to your next keyframe, which is going to be here on 47. All right. Come back, create motion tween. It'll automatically fill it up to that keyframe. Go to that keyframe, drag your ball up, go to the next keyframe, and you're basically repeating this. Okay, make your keyframe, drag this up, right click, create motion. Oop, not yet. Got to go to the end of the segment, line it up there, then come to that segment, create motion tween, last frame, bring it up, next frame, match it, let's see, where is it? There. Create a next segment, go back, motion, go to the end, bring it down, match it. Now obviously whenever you are doing this and you're only doing one ball, your first object or whatever of the scene, you don't have these reference points, so you just have to kind of go with like your guesstimate and kind of space out how many frames you want and then go from there. So let's see, gonna mess up an alignment because that should be down with it. Okay. So here, come back, create motion at the end, line it up where I wanted it, bring this back down, keyframe, right click, motion, tween, go to the end, move it up, next frame, match it, motion, tween, ending, boom. So when you play it, so that's two different methods, but they do the same thing. All right. So just keep that in mind. There's two different ways. These are basically going to look similar, but a little different. Okay. All right. So that's two ways to do a ball bounce, where it's just bouncing straight up and down. The next video I do will be side view where it's bouncing. All right. So what you need to do is I want you to go ahead and create a ball bounce. Start it somewhere at the top and just drop it straight down and have it bounce up and down and then rest on the floor. The video, no more than 3 seconds. I did it a little bit longer, but if you could have sped this up and it would probably have more of an effect. Like this was kind of slow. So definitely no more than 3 seconds, so no more than 90 frames. And I'll put that in the instructions as well. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or get on Google Meets if I'm on.